日本外国特派员协会的各位会员以及现场的媒体记者，大家好，我是2024年中华民国总统候选人柯文哲。距离上一次来日本已经4年了，这一次非常荣幸有这个机会来这个地方演讲，感到十分荣幸。
Hello to all members from our Japan Foreign Correspondents Association and also our reporters here. I am a presidential candidate of the Republic of China in 2024,柯文哲. And it's been already 4 years since my last visit to Japan, and I'm very much honored to be able to give a speech to all of you here at FCCJ today.
2013年，中国开始"一带一路"计划。2018年，美国总统川普开启了美中贸易大战，充实国际局势遭到了剧烈的冲击。地缘政治也开始成为世界各国关注讨论的议题。其中，台湾与中国大陆之间的互动，以及海峡两岸的和平，更是洞见观瞻。海峡两岸的和平，对于维系印太地区以及世界的和平都相当重要。
In 2013, China has started the Belt and the Road Initiative, and in 2018, Donald Trump has started the U.S.-China trade war. Since then, we were seeing the international situations becoming under severe impact. Geopolitics has become a topic of much concern and triggering discussions around the world. And the interactions between Taiwan, the mainland China, and the peace across the Taiwan Strait is a matter of very much concern.
为了确保台湾海峡两岸的和平，台湾应当是美中沟通的桥梁，不应当是美中对抗的棋子。台湾应当是一个团结和谐的国家，不应当是一个分裂斗争的国家。台湾应当是美丽之岛福尔摩沙，而不是如外国媒体所称世界最危险的地方。台湾应该由清廉、勤政、爱民、爱乡土的政府来带领人民，而不是口号治国、大傻逼、再留子孙、制造仇恨分裂的政府来带领人民。
And the peace across the strait is bringing great value to maintenance of peace in the Indo-Pacific region and the world as well. In order to ensure that this peace across the strait will be in place, Taiwan should be a bridge of communication, channeling the communication dialogues between U.S. and China, and not being a chess piece played around in the U.S.-China confrontation. And Taiwan should be a united and harmonious country instead of a country of division and struggles. Taiwan should be called the beautiful island of Formosa, not being called by some foreign media as the most dangerous place on earth. Taiwan should be led by a very diligent, of high integrity, the government who cares for its people and also the land and its culture. Not a country to be ruled by just slogans on the mouth and spending big money and leaving debts to the future generations or creating hatred and division across.
今天，我想以台湾新政治为题目，来跟各位谈谈台湾如何如同19世纪日本的明治维新，让台湾进行文化与价值上的改变，成为一个进步的海洋民主国家。
Today, I want to speak to you on this topic about how Taiwan should change and evolve into its new political system. And I would like to talk about how Taiwan could do it similar as to what Japan used to have in its Meiji Restoration or the Meiji Renewal back in the 19th century, allowing Taiwan to have its changes both in culturally and also in the value it holds to become a more progressive and maritime democratic country.
1624年，荷兰人为了建立在远东贸易的据点，来到了台湾，将台湾带进了世界的视野之中。400年来，多个国家的文明与雏形在这片土地上竞争与交流，为台湾创造了多元、坚韧、包容的文明。
In 1624, the Netherlands came to Taiwan to establish a foothold in their Far East trade, bringing Taiwan into the world's perspective. Over the past 400 years, multiple civilization and ethnic groups have competed and exchanged their views over this land, creating a very diverse, resilient, and a well-harmonized civilization.
我在2019年创建了台湾民众党， 目的就是希望自由、民主、多元、开放、法治、人权、关怀弱势、永续经营的普世价值可以在台湾实现。
My goal when I founded the Taiwan People's Party in 2019 is to make sure that we can have these universal values being upheld by all Taiwanese people to be made into reality, including having freedom, democracy, diversity, and having open-mindedness, justice, and human rights. And we care for the underprivileged, meaning we care for charity, and also to have sustainability put into practice.
我认为，只要生活在台湾这片土地上面，认同台湾就是台湾人，然后透过普世价值凝聚国民意识，让国民团结彼此，建立共同社会。
I believe as long as one lives in the land of Taiwan and identifies himself or herself as a Taiwanese, one could be identified so. Through the universal values that we share, we can unite the people in Taiwan and we can build an inclusive society.
一个国家如果要长治久安，必须正本清源，源头就是政治文化。
If one country wants to enjoy stability and peace for a long time under good governance, it must get to the roots of the problem, and the source of all problems is based on the political culture.
我在2014年竞选台北市长时，我的竞选口号就是改变台湾从首都开始，改变台北从文化开始。这是一场改变政治文化的社会运动。
When I announced my candidacy for Taipei City Mayor in 2014, my campaign slogan was, "Let's change Taiwan starting from its capital in Taipei." And when we want to change Taipei, let's change it starting from the culture. And this is going to be a social movement changing the culture, or the political culture.
正直诚信是我在台北市政府工作时候的最高准则。每天早上7点半准时上班，召开晨会，确保市政团队清廉勤政，推动政策不问党派和关系，只问市民利益，落实爱民爱乡土的精神。
My highest level of principles that I was holding when I worked for the Taipei City government was the integrity and honesty. And every morning at 7:30 a.m., I go to the office on time and we hold our morning meetings. And why we're doing so is to ensure that all our teams would uphold these values of the high integrity and diligence. And when we were pushing forward the policies, disregard of any political parties or relationships, we would only focus on the rights and the welfare of our citizens. So that's what we have put into practice, our principle of loving our people and loving the land and its culture.
台湾需要一个理性、务实、科学的政府，在推动政策的时候，倾听人民的声音，尊重专业意见，实践普世价值，为国家制定长期计划，不会因为换人执政就左右摇摆，建立正确的政治文化，让台湾成为联能国家，落实国家治理。
Taiwan is a pragmatic, rational, and scientific government that listens to people's voice and respecting professional opinions and implementing universal values while promoting its policies to formulate long-term plans for the country for the sake of all its people. So there's no longer waivers to back and forth just because someone else or the other party is in the power. We will establish the right political culture so that Taiwan can become an honest country and be able to implement national governance.
自从2000年以后，台湾再也没有长期计划。最主要的原因就是两大主要政党为了政党利益，以意识形态煽动仇恨，造成极端政治，使得国家方向忽左忽右。
Since the year 2000, Taiwan has not had a long-term plan. The main reason for why this is happening is that the two major political parties have been using ideologies to incite hatred for the sake of their own party's interests. This resulted in extremist politics, polarized, and causing the country to drift from left to right and back and forth.
台湾民众党的出现，是因为台湾人民已经厌恶两党恶斗，希望有理性务实、真正重视人民福祉的第三势力挺身而出，制衡两党。
The emergence of our Taiwan People's Party is due to the fact that most Taiwan people are already getting sick and tired of the vicious struggle between the two major parties. Taiwan's people are hoping that a rational, pragmatic the third power that will truly value the well-being of its people, that will come forward and counterbalance the parties.
台湾应该实行联合政府。我主张，执政者应该主动分享权力，用人为才，让各政党可以一起贡献所长，来团结台湾。
Taiwan should have a coalition government in place. I advocate that the ruling party should take initiative and share its power to implement meritocracy so that all the political parties can be able to contribute their strengths to unite Taiwan.
另外，台湾的总统制常常被批评为有权无责，无法落实责任政治。要解决这个困境，我主张总统必须依据宪法向立法院进行国情报告。
In addition, Taiwan's presidential system is often being criticized as having power but no responsibility, and it is impossible to implement politics of responsibility. In order to resolve this dilemma, I advocate that the president must be reporting to the legislative yuan in accordance with our constitution and to the state of the nation.
两大党都受困于自身的历史包袱，民进党已经完全失去跟中共的互信。国民党则是对中共过于顺从，都无法解决两岸目前的困境。
We see that the two big parties in Taiwan are trapped by their own historical baggages. The Democratic Progressive Party, or DPP, has completely lost the mutual trust with China, with the Chinese Communist government, while we see that the Kuomintang, KMT, is being too submissive to the Chinese Communist government, neither of which can resolve cross-strait disputes.
国家的力量在于国民全体，唯有建立共荣社会，落实国家治理，让社会和谐，组织联合政府团结台湾，让政党和解，让台湾2300万人先有共识，台湾才能与中共展开有意义的对话，建立两岸和平。
The strength of the country lies in the whole nation, and the only way to build an inclusive society is to implement national governance and bring about social harmony. To organize a coalition government, unite Taiwan, and reconcile political parties. Only when the Taiwan's 23 million people reach a consensus and that Taiwan can enter into a meaningful dialogue with the Chinese Communist government, that will allow us to establish cross-strait peace.
我担任台北市长8年，举办过8次的上海、台北双城论坛，更在2017年举办过世界大学运动会。我们秉持5个互相认识、互相了解、互相尊重、互相合作，还有最后的互相谅解，确保对等尊严，增加彼此善意，促进两岸对话，减少冲突危机，创造台海和平。
During my tenure as a Taipei City Mayor, I have hosted a total of 8 Twin City forums between Taipei and Shanghai cities, and also hosted the World Universities Games, or the Universiade, in 2017. We uphold the 5 mutual principles, meaning the mutual understanding, mutual appreciation, mutual respect, mutual cooperation, and also the mutual acceptance in order to assure reciprocal dignity and to increase our mutual goodwill. And this all allows us to promote cross-strait dialogue, reducing the risk of conflict and creating peace in the Taiwan Strait.
我们会确保台湾人民继续享有民主自由的政治制度和生活方式，备战而不畏战，能战而不求战，以台湾自主、两岸和平的政策，与美国、日本共同维系印太地区的繁荣和稳定。
We will ensure that the people of Taiwan continue to enjoy a free and democratic political system and a way of life, and that they are well prepared for war just in case it comes, but they're not afraid of it. They're able to fight with the capability, but not seeking to fight. And that they maintain the prosperity and stability of the Indo-Pacific region together with Japan and the United States under the policy of Taiwan autonomy and cross-strait peace.
对内，台湾必须自立自强，以政治文化开始来改变国家的体制；对外， 与民主世界的伙伴，我们要建立合作关系。日本是台湾在亚洲最重要的盟友，基于过去100多年的互动与交往所建立的深厚友谊之上，全面深化各项合作。
Domestically, Taiwan must be self-reliant and change its national structure from political culture onwards. And externally, in the diplomatic sense, we need to build collaborative and cooperative relationship with our partners in the democratic world. Japan is Taiwan's most important ally in Asia, and we need to deepen our cooperation based on the kizuna, the deep and mutual bonds we have built over the past 100 years of mutual interaction and engagement.
在李登辉前总统的时代，有明德小组扮演美日台三方高层沟通的平台。未来我们也希望重新建立这样的制度，彼此分享讯息，维护区域的和平。
Under former President Lee Teng-hoi's administration, there was a Mingde group that served as a platform for high-level communication across the United States, Japan, and Taiwan. We hope to reestablish such a system in the future so that we can share information and maintain regional peace.
日本是台湾第3大贸易伙伴，在全球瞩目的战略产业半导体产业有非常密切的合作。我们希望台日双方可以合作，建立更有韧性的产业链，作为世界科技与经济发展做出一个稳定的贡献。
Japan is Taiwan's third largest trading partner, and there is close collaboration in the semiconductor industry, a strategic industry of global importance. In the future, we hope that Taiwan and Japan can work together to build a more resilient industrial chain and make a stable contribution to the world's technology and economic development.
台湾许多中小企业都拥有很好的技术，被称作隐形冠军。未来我们会积极加速制度法规接轨国际，争取加入区域经贸组织，尤其是 CPTPP、RCEP 等区域经贸组织，让优秀企业走向世界，世界走入台湾。
Many small and medium-sized enterprises in Taiwan have excellent technologies and are called the invisible champions in their field. In the future, we will actively accelerate the integration of systems and regulations with the international community and strive to join regional economic and trade organizations, especially the CPTPP, RCEP, and other regional organizations, so that those outstanding enterprises from Taiwan could go global and to the world. We also allow many outstanding companies to enter Taiwan.
现在大家都说台湾有事，日本有事，美日同盟有事。我希望在未来大家可以说，台湾和平，日本和平，世界和平。
Now everyone's saying is going like when something happens to Taiwan, it would go over to Japan, and also it would affect the ally between Japan and the United States. My hope is that in the future we can say we see peace in Taiwan, peace in Asia, and therefore peace in the world. I'm confident that in the future, Taiwan is going to make more positive contributions to global democracy and become a good model of progress in the democratic world.
台湾一直以来都被称为华人世界的民主典范，未来我有信心，台湾可以成为全球民主的进步典范。谢谢大家。
And that is what Taiwan has been called upon all the time as the democratic role model of the Chinese population. And I'm confident that Taiwan is going to make more progressive contributions to the world moving into the future, becoming a good example. Thank you all.